Well, Joe Biden's announcement last week to withhold ammunition supplies from Israel has been faced with criticism ever since, as you can imagine. Most people have stated that he is aiding the Hamas terror group and leaving Israeli defense forces and citizens on their own, despite Israel being a non-NATO ally. It's true. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu responded to Biden's announcement by stating that Israel is strong and vows to defeat their enemy at all costs, even if they must do it alone. The Israeli Prime Minister, not the only one criticizing Biden for the obvious act of betrayal toward a U.S. ally for 70-plus years. Many people have come out and said that Joe Biden is now aiding Hamas. Let me explain. The leaders of Hamas and their last 4 battalions are held up in Rafah. And by keeping ammunition away from Israel, then Joe Biden, our president, is actively favoring Hamas. Here with me to discuss this, Jeff Myers, president of Summit Ministries and the author of his new book, Should Christians Support Israel? More than just a political battle. Jeff, nice to see you. And
Good
by the
you,
way,
Steve.
we're going to tell people how to get a free copy of the book, I believe, here in a second. But look, we were just talking in the break. This is so off the mark. And I pulled a speech of Joe Biden from 2014 when he was vice president here recently. Said, we will never abandon Israel. We cannot abandon Israel. Israel is our salvation, as if you will, when it comes to peace in the Middle East. They are our ally. This is what keeps everything steady. What say you?
I am always amazed, even after 4 years, at how quickly the Biden administration can take a complete win-win and with astonishing speed turn it into a complete lose-lose. And that's exactly what's happening here. The entire world wants Hamas gone. All the Arab nations want Hamas gone. The only people who want Hamas to survive are the members of Hamas themselves. And as you mentioned, they're holed up in this one town. They're in tunnels. And the only way to get them out of the tunnels without having to send in soldiers one by one, which would be immoral, is to drop 2,000-pound bombs on them. Those are the bombs that the Biden administration says it's going to withhold. But the reason to lose-lose for the Biden administration is they haven't actually withheld any shipments yet, as far as I can tell, which makes all of the people who love Hamas mad. And they keep bullying Israel, which makes all of the Jewish people mad. So he has completely botched this entire situation and put Israel in a situation where Benjamin Netanyahu went from being almost certainly thrown out of power to now having the best numbers that he has had in years, which is, I'm sure, a great consternation to the Biden administration as well. I don't know how they managed this.
I don't know how they can do it either. You know, but here's the problem, you see. They face a political, and the day that they started to waffle back in the fall of last year, after October the 7th, I said, this is the Democrats' holy war. And the holy war comes from the far left of Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar being openly anti-Semitic, openly, attacking the Zionists, if you will. And then you've got the Jewish voters on the other side, and you've got this divide because both of those voting blocks were traditionally Democrat. The Jewish voters voted Democrat. The Muslim voters and the Arab voters voted Democrat. Now they've got nothing, and they're worried about Michigan and Minnesota. That's the problem they face here. They're trying to make a political calculation, and the morality of it all is apparently meaningless to them, Jeff.
Well, if you have seen some of these rallies that have taken place in Michigan, you've reported on them. You hear the slogans they're chanting: Genocide Joe, Biden is a cancer, all of these kinds of things right alongside of From the River to the Sea, Palestine will be free. These are Hamas operatives arranging all of these situations. Yes, it's possible that irritating the Muslim vote might lose Michigan for Biden, but I don't think so. And it certainly wouldn't cause him to lose Minnesota. So why all of the waffling? Is it a genuine human rights concern, or is it just trying to have it both ways and then not getting anything at all?
Yeah, I actually think there's going to be 500,000 people affected by the EVs in Michigan, and not in a good way, that are going to be more powerful at the voting place than are the people in Dearborn and Hamtramck and so forth in the southeastern part of the state. That's my take on it, taking the pulse of Michigan, if you will. But Minnesota's different. Minnesota's been a teaser for Republicans for a number of years. It's 2 points. According to the Real Clear Politics average, 2 points. It's never been that close that I've ever seen it. And so it is something that's raising alarm bells for the Biden administration. But that does not excuse them from, and I think it's an abuse of our ally Israel to say we're going to withhold, we're going to dictate to you how much you go back and attack and put down these terrorists. Yeah. Jeff, I'll give you the last word.
No, I know there are conservatives, too, who are concerned about being over-involved in other countries' business. The Israel situation is not one of those, in my mind. The United States support of Israel is one of the few things that keeps the United Nations from turning into a full-blown world government with really crazy yahoos at the helm. And if we give up on Israel at this moment, we lose our core ally in that region. We lose the opportunity for a just peace, and we accept a shameful one with all of the surrounding countries. And we have given up on our core commitment to human rights.
Yeah. So the new book, Should Christians Support Israel? More Than Just a Political Battle. Can I answer the question? Yes, is the answer. Sign up. Sign up to get the book for free at summit.org/Israel, correct?
That's correct. We want to send you a copy.
All right. Sign up to get the book, again, for free. For free. Summit.org/Israel. Jeff, always good to see you, my friend.
Great to see you, Steve.
Thank you. All right. As we draw close to another critical election, it's not only about casting your vote, it's about elevating your voice. AMAC, more than just a senior discount organization, they unite like-minded patriots committed to preserving our cherished values and actively opposing the leftist agenda. Just look at their recent victories. AMAC members helped to push forward an investigation into practices that inflate drug prices, successfully defeated ranked choice voting in order to protect traditional voting methods, and also helped block a federal takeover of elections altogether. As AMAC's membership grows, Washington listens. Every new member strengthens this movement. If you love America, and I know you do, visit amac.us/voice to become a 4-year member for just $30. 4 years, $30. AMAC is not only better for America, it's better for you. Membership gives you access to the AMAC magazine, free Social Security and Medicare guidance, money-saving discounts, trusted news, sweepstakes, and a whole lot more. Take advantage of our election year sale, 4 years, $30, by joining the over 2 million members. They can't ignore your voice. Join now, amac.us/voice. That's amac.us/voice. Join AMAC. I did. After